recap video, please let me know. Yes, I saw it. I can see your Monday. Y'all can see Monday recap. Yes, okay. I had to edit it. I really did. I had to go back. It sat there for 6 minutes. I had to re-edit it. I had to take out everything that had to do with Izzy. Can I get the hearts pumping? I had to take out Izzy information. I had to take out information about Chicago. No, I'm not Ethiopian. Yes. I had to remove Israel content and Chicago content. Hello, Summer and YouTube. They will not let me post that information. Crazy work. Yes. Yes. They're not letting certain information go out, especially if you're reporting the news. Good morning, Dee. Especially, hi, Elena. Hi, my YouTube family. Especially if you're reporting the news, they've got my accounts like on heavy monitorization. I am being monitored. That's why I asked for y'all to go and push those videos yourself, because they're not pushing my video. They don't want that information to come out. So in order for people to actually see it, y'all actually gonna have to drag y'all butts over there, comment, like, and share. And don't comment no basic shit. Comment something on the goddamn video. That way it can push. Hello, Julian. Good morning, Digger. Have them come to YouTube, boo. Hey, everybody know I got a YouTube. Our reports, thank you. Hey, from Mississippi, let me grab me an energy drink real quick, y'all. Hold on. Let's get the hearts pumping. Emmy, get out my goddamn kitchen. Why are you trying my gangster this morning? I promise you, PETA will not be able to save you if you get on my counter. You hear me? Huh? Go outside. Go. Oh, now you want to be stubborn. I look like everything. I look like everything. Let's be real. I look like everything. Hey, from Memphis, not PETA. Yes, PETA will not be able to save her. My dog is not my issue, y'all. Emmy is my issue. That girl will open a trash can. Yeah, I'm talking about you. She looking at me like, Emmy is my problem. This girl will open it. She knows how to push the little button to open the trash can and jump inside that hole. I found her there this morning digging through the trash. My dog don't do that. Sassy is a little prissy. She can open cabinets and drawers and shit. She's very good. Yes, you are. And don't be shaking your... Get out of my kitchen. Emmy, come here. What's your problem this morning? Lord. Yo. And then she got an internal clock. This bitch has an internal clock. So if I'm not up at 6 a.m., she's at my door. Don't get a cat. A cat will make you realize why you don't have children. Okay? A cat will make you realize why you don't want children. They too smart for their fucking own good. They're sneaky as hell. And they will find a way to make a way. And they will stare you down until you give them... This girl will stare me down until I give her what she wants. Thank you, Jenny. Like, it makes my neck itch when she stares at me. So I just have no choice but to give her what she wants. She don't even have to speak. She irritates me by staring at me. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. You're not in trouble. Don't get one. Don't get one of these. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. And yes, I treat her like this. Okay. You gonna stay up here? Huh? Okay, go then. Go. Okay, you ain't got to stay up here if you don't want to. You can go. Go. Did the cat just say, I don't know? You can't negotiate. Don't get a cat. Get you a dog that's lazy as shit. Y'all see where hold on, before I start the news, you see where she at? She been right there the whole morning. Ain't moved one damn bit. And look at this one. Just acting the damn fool. Just all over the god. Emmy, chill out. Chill out. Get a dog. Get a damn dog. Don't get a cat. Your place is colorful. Yes, because I have very, very onset depression. God damn it, Jade. She is chasing her tail. Thank you. I will give a tour of my house. Yes, her expression was like, huh? Is that me? Am I fucking up? Yes, you are. Okay, let's get to the news. I'm sorry, y'all. That's a little bit of my personal life. The concert was good. That's a little bit of my personal life, but we need to get some real shit. I'm supposed to be reporting this tomorrow, but I want to report it now because I want y'all to get a head start on it. ICE is hiring people in California and I think Virginia. They're hiring about 30 people to start going through people's social media. It is going to be a hub. You know how they report the news? They're going to be gathering intel on people's social medias like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube, and X. They're going to be gathering dockets on people so they can track them down and deport them. Now, I don't know who follows me and who doesn't follow me, but if you are an immigrant here and you know you don't have your status, get the fuck off the internet. Get off. Get off the internet. I'm being dead ass. Get off the internet now. Because they are going to start tracking you by your internet, by your social media. They're going to start doing that. They're hiring people now as we speak. It is not a joke. It is on the DHS area. They get off the internet immediately. I don't give a fuck if you think you're safe. You're not. You're not. You're not safe. Get off the internet now. If you know you don't have your papers, get off and stop going to those fucking meetings. Stop taking y'all asses to them goddamn court hearings. That is a setup. If that shit can't be done over the phone, don't do it. You're going to have to come looking for me. Stop going there. It is a setup. They know you're doing the right thing. And by doing the right thing, you're going to get deported. You're actually doing what is required for you. As a person trying to get legal status here in America, they don't give a shit if you're doing it the right way. They don't care. Stop going to those fucking hearings. They're waiting for you outside. It is a setup. Don't even reply to them bitches. Relocate. I'm just being for real. Don't get caught up. And this is more than just Mexicans. This is Haitians. This is Jamaicans. This is everybody that's got here under the radar. Stop playing. And I'm going to say this shit. We got saved with birthright citizenship, but it has not gone to the Supreme Court. They have not really decided on that whole. But I'm going to say this. If you are Haitian or Jamaican and you are like first generation and your parents immigrated here and they ain't got their status, and you sitting up here talking shit, and you are on side of Donald Trump, and you sitting here, and you African first generation, you sitting here talking shit about people getting pulled off lines, don't get it twisted. If your parents don't have legal status and they in birthright citizenship, there goes your ass. You're gone. Don't get too comfortable. And that's real shit. I can't stand when I hear niggas from Hades, they're Haitian, they're Jamaican, they're Caribbean, they're African, they're Asian, and their parents are first generation, and they sitting here talking shit about people getting arrested, people getting deported. Y'all not supposed to be here either. What you should be doing is advocating for them. Because your ass ain't supposed to be here either, baby. You one generation away from being deported. Now I'm going to say this. As a black person that has descendants from slavery, I can track my people all the way up to the fucking 1700s. Okay, baby? I can track mine that far back. Bitch, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. That is the difference. Where you gonna send me? So while y'all sitting there talking shit about people being pulled off the streets, baby, you one generation removed from that shit. Keep running your mouth. When it's your turn, God willing, that shit doesn't happen. But if it is your turn, what you want us to do? You was clapping for that shit. What you want us to do? I can't help you. You were excited when you saw that. Oh, I'm all for Donald Trump pulling illegals off the guy. They're not fucking illegals. If you want to get technical, Mexico owned this fucking country before we did. And a big ass chunk of it. How do you think California got all them goddamn San Jose, San Juan? You think Americans came up with those fucking names? No. They didn't. Stupids. So while you sitting here running your mouth as a Haitian American, a first generation, anything first generation in this bitch running their mouth about people getting deported, shut up. Shut up. You ain't got a leg to stand on. I do, bitch. I got two. I got two. Don't get it twisted. You're not that far from it. Y'all look stupid. You look stupid. Because at the end of the day, you can't be separated from us. We are all under this one big ass black umbrella. But if you want to get technical, they can start separating us by heritage. They can start separating us. Where your mama from? Where'd your parents come from? Where'd they come from? Jamaica? Oh, you got to go. Cuba? Oh, bye. Brazil? Okay. Do y'all really want to get that technical? I'm tired of seeing that shit down my timeline. Y'all are fucking embarrassing. Y'all talking about the same people that came here just like your fucking parents. Stupids. Okay, I'm coming off that soapbox. That's just what I saw this morning. Second thing. Everybody wants me to call out consciously. Stop asking me to do that shit. Stop. Stop asking me to call out consciously. I know what consciously is about. I know what the fuck he did. I don't have to call that man out for me to know what the fuck he did. Okay? I don't have to do that. Stop asking me. There's enough of y'all attacking his ass left and right. Why the fuck do I have to do it? That's not my job. My job is to report the news and say my opinions. And if what I said made you think of him, then that is on you. That ain't got shit to do with me. Okay? I made it very clear that anybody that voted for Jill Stein, voted for Cornel West, voted for Trump, set out the election, advocated against Kamala Harris, put their people behind everybody else, should shut up and stop talking about what's going on in this country. Want to know why? You had a hand in it. Like my good brother said, Genty, you will not replace your blame. You will not replace your blame. And he said it just like this. He said, y'all all jumped Kamala Harris. You may not have thrown the final blow, but y'all all had a hand in jumping her and making sure that she did not get in office. So you will not place that blame on another group. You won't. Everybody needs to take accountability. And if you cannot take accountability for the actions that you played during the election, then you need to shut up and stop talking for people. Because the people you're advocating for are the same people you put in danger by doing what you did last year. That is what I said. And if that applies, then let it ride. But that is how I feel. You cannot advocate for a group of people that you helped put in danger. You can't do that shit. That's not how this fucking works. Yes, we are multifaceted. And you can do two things at once, which is what the 92% was trying to do last year. We were trying to reduce harm to the Black American people and marginalized groups here in America and trying to make sure that Palestinians had the best fight they could have. And that is not happening for either group right now. Everybody is suffering. Everybody. We voted for harm reduction. Y'all voted to blow up the system. And now everybody is fucked. Okay? I do not believe that if you had a hand in making sure this election went in Donald Trump's favor, you have no room to advocate for anybody. Because first, you need to take accountability for your actions. No one should be able to trust you if you cannot and take accountability for your actions. You cannot overstep that. I'm seeing a lot of people that were against Kamala Harris talking about this is not the time for infighting. This is not the time to place blame. Bitch, are you lost your mind? I am placing blame. I am not going to let that happen again. And by not acknowledging who the hell fucked up in the first place, we'll put that shit in motion again for another time. Accountability matters. That's just like telling a person who abuses somebody, oh, I went to therapy, but I ain't going to talk to your ass. I'm just going to advocate for nonviolence. How does that work? How does that work? That don't work like that. You cannot advocate for the same group you helped put in danger. You can't. And asking us to overlook that is weak. That is cowardly. You are a coward if you want people to overlook your actions that put us in this position in the first place. I don't care what percentage you were. I don't care about the fucking percentage. You did it. You did it. You had a hand in it. Take the blame. Accept it. Take the lashing. Take it. And then say, okay, what can I do better now? How can I do better? How can I do better? No one is going to take that shit seriously. I don't give a fuck how educated you are. I don't give a fuck how long you've been in this game. I don't care about the time or the education. Because no matter what, that does not overshadow what the fuck happened last year. That put us in this position now for me to report. Because I would have loved to be reporting about Kamala Harris putting sanctions on Israel or having them back down or opening the goddamn gates so Palestinians could have food. I would love to see us protesting against her and getting her to move. I would have loved to say that shit, but I can't. You know what I got to talk about? A government shutdown. I got to talk about that non-essential workers who are furloughed may not get paid. They may not get their back pay. Yes, there are people in the federal government who may not receive back pay once they get back in and start working. That is what's floating around Congress right now. That's what we're dealing with. We've got airports shutting down. Burbank is already unmanned. They are having people shut down airports. In Chicago, you got ICE agents using military weapons to go against civilians. Hog-tying individuals. Hog-tying them and rolling them into ICE agents' areas. That's what the fuck I got to report about. And y'all want to talk about not fucking placing blame? You not finna scapegoat this shit. And if you feel like I'm talking to you, then a hit dog will motherfucking holler. And that's just real shit. And if y'all don't know anything about me, I stand on what I say. And I'm not taking it back. I don't care if I fuck with you or not. I don't care if I have respect for you or not. I can respect you and still call your ass out. I can respect you and still call your ass out because wrong is wrong and right is right. That's just it. People's lives are being affected by your actions. Mo, I do not want to fucking co-host with you. Stop asking me. I'm just... Who the fuck is this girl keep asking me to co-host with her? Don't show me this again. Bitch, I'm declining you. Y'all are so fucking annoying. I'm not trying to battle nobody on this hoe. Y'all are annoying. You can do more than just battle on this goddamn app. I'm sorry. That was my tangent. I'm gonna come off that hoe. I'm gonna come off that hoe. But yes, Burbank is shutting down. Other airports are about to start shutting down. Okay. And if y'all don't know, air traffic controllers, there are federal workers. Those are federal workers. Okay. And if they're not getting paid, why the fuck would I work? Especially now that I know I may not get back pay. Some of them may not get back pay. Unmanned it. You call me when you got my money. Yes, you call me when you got my money. Why the fuck would I do that? That is stupid. That is dumb. Now, who told you to jump up here? Huh? Who told you to jump up here? What you want? What you want? Are you going to sit down so I can do the news? Okay, sit down. You don't have to get down, but you got to sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Put your booty on the ground. Don't do that. Sorry. She thinks she's running shit. Emmy, I don't have the time. An Israeli economic study has warned of severe repercussions for the country's economy if the U.S. President Trump's ceasefire plan is implemented and to end on Gaza. The report published by the Iran Institute of Economic Policy cited that the Business Daily, please don't be calling me right now. Please do not be calling me right now. Hold on. You about to get your ass cussed out. Okay. I see how you want to play with me. Here, I'm sorry. I'm somebody else gonna get cussed out after I'm done. According to this, the G side in Gaza is making a lot of money for Izzy. And if Trump plans kind of fail for Izzy, they could be a little broke. Got this from my homegirl, 92% Club. It's on the app. It's on this app. So I'm hoping that. And you know, since I told y'all the top general said there is no ceasefire. Now this is the top generals in Israel saying there is no ceasefire. There's just a move. There's a move for operational situation. There's just a change in operational situation. Because, baby, In the past couple of days, over 90 Palestinians have been unalived. This is not my shirt, y'all. This is somebody else's shirt. Over 90%, over 90 Palestinians have been unalived so far. So there is really no ceasefire. Even in the conversations that's going on, they're still getting hit. Nothing changed after flotilla. Even though Greta made it very clear that our eyes need to stay on Palestine, and we cannot ignore that, there are still people from the flotilla that are still being held against their will. That are still being held, and they refuse to let them out. There's actually a Palestinian nurse that is now held. She will not be getting out, and y'all know that shit. There's a Palestinian nurse that will not get out. They're going to keep her. They are going to keep her. And the only way she leaving, y'all know the way she leaving. Yeah. If you refuse to walk into immigration, if you refuse to walk for ICE, ICE will hog tie you. They will zip tie your ass. They will roll you. They will do everything they can. And I have to give it up for Chicago. I don't know who that man was, but they helped. They helped that man get away. I don't know if y'all saw that video of those two ICE police officers trying to detain that man in the middle of the street, and everybody came at them. I don't know if y'all saw that shit, but I like that shit. I like that shit. He got in his car and he got away. I don't know if he gonna stay away, but he got away. I appreciate that. Keep doing what y'all doing. Mississippi. Are there any Mississippians in here? Because we need to talk. I don't know if they were really ICE. They could have been fakers. If there's anybody from Mississippi up in here, please let me know. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I won't be driving through that hoe. It says you are no longer required to take a driving test to get your driver's license. Only written knowledge and an eye exam. Mississippi has recently made a significant change to the driver's license process. Residents seeking driver's license are no longer required to take a road test. Instead, the state will only require applicants to complete written knowledge and tests. The adjustment simplifies the path to obtain a license. Once individuals pass the knowledge and test vision, they can receive a learner's permit and later upgrade to a full license without traditional driving assessment. You got me fucked up. You got me. Y'all gonna be playing bumper cars with these little kids. Nah, y'all insurance about to skyrocket. These kids with learner's permits are about to be causing an extreme amount of damage on this road. Mississippi as a whole, y'all insurance is about to go up. Y'all gonna let teenagers get behind the wheel and never have taken a driver's test? That's not even funny. That is dangerous. That is very dangerous. That is very fucking dangerous. You mean to tell me you about to put your child behind a wheel without a license? There's got to be more ever. There's got to be more, because it says critics have voiced concerns over road safety. They argue that bypassing the practical test may allow inexperienced drivers on the road without properly demonstrating their ability to handle real-world driving situations. As it takes effect, Mississippi will become one of the few states to eliminate the driving skills exam. Good luck. Good luck. And may the odds be in your favor. Because I don't give a fuck what age you was driving at. You need that. Y'all need to put bumpers on y'all cars. I bullshit you. Just bumper the fuck out of your car. That way, at least if they hit you, you can bounce off. Because, baby, this about to be ugly. They can't do that shit in Atlanta. Oh, that's cute. They can't do that shit in Atlanta at all. That shit is funny, bruh. I'm sorry. That shit is too funny. Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine appeal was denied. She appealed to the courts to get out. Her appeal was denied. Okay. According to the courts announced that its decision on Monday, it was not shared how many of the nine justices would grant Maxwell's request of appeal, but it was denied. Now, Trump is talking about maybe pardoning her. I want y'all to hear that. Toupee Fiasco is talking about maybe pardoning her. Now, if he pardons her, that means that lady ain't never gonna speak. Closed mouth. She is never gonna divulge any information whatsoever. She ain't gonna say shit. Now, we did hear that Diddy asked for a pardon. You thought your black ass was getting one? What you gonna do for him? You don't have no petty crimes on you, bruh. You done messed up women. If he pardons you, he already in the hole for grape and essaying. You think if he pardons a man that abused women, is gonna look good on your half? Nah. He ain't finna do that. He is not finna do that at all. Not at all. They plan on giving Toupee Fiasco a $1 coin. We got so much shit going on and y'all want to give him a fucking coin? Why are y'all trying to idolize this man in every fucking way? I swear, there's a sucker born every day and they're called MAGA. There's a sucker born every day and they're called MAGA because the only people that's going to buy this shit is MAGA. They're going to waste their money. Like they wasted their money. Like I saw people during the election selling their goddamn houses and shit and going broke for this man. This man is a billionaire and y'all still donate to him. He's a freaking billionaire. And he's still getting y'all to get out his goddamn... That shit is hilarious. He's a billionaire. And he's still asking for money out y'all pockets to help him with shit. Girl, if you jump at me one more time. What's wrong with you? Don't jump at me. I don't get it. But now that they're going to sell $1 Trump coins, you know what? If I get one of those things, I'm going to see how fast I can burn it down. I'm going to see. They didn't say anything about, how you can destroy one. I think it'll be a great thing. I'm going to see how I can destroy it. I'm just going to try. I want to try and see if it's capable. I would record it. It is grifting. He is one of the best grifters. He will get y'all to pay for anything. As long as he says the radical left and illegals, y'all will pay. Y'all will give the shirt off y'all back to that man and y'all be broke living in a trailer park. Y'all will go in debt for this man. Sad as hell. Oh, for all my universities, while I'm here, I need to go ahead and get this information out. It's going to be in my recap tomorrow, but I need to tell y'all this shit now. So, the Republicans, y'all remember how they had them white boys on our campus and they got moved off real quick because don't get your ass hurt? Baby, we got a problem. They're about to start sending black MAGA to our campuses. Black MAGA. I don't even know. I wasn't able to get the video, will not post. But I'm going to make a report about it. Yes. Black MAGA, a lot of them that were paid by Izzy are going to start infiltrating. They have a whole tour date. I'm not telling you to whoop their ass. I'm not saying that. But one of them girls that's on that tour already got punched in the face on the street. She's going on tour. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying all skin folk ain't kinfolk. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. And just because they look like us doesn't mean they're for us. And those 6 people they have coming to try to debate you about being black and being MAGA, I can't say what I want to say, but make sure they have no support. Make sure they feel unwelcome. Make sure they feel white. Make sure they feel white. As an HBCU alumni, they don't deserve to step on our campus. And they're going to Hampton. They're going to Alabama. They're going to Tennessee. They're going to Jackson. They going to the South. Make sure they asses don't feel fucking welcomed. Make sure they look stupid. And if they get out of hand, oops, sometimes you got to get in the field. They think by sending black MAGA and black conservative supporters to the schools will make them more welcomed in our spaces. They trying to play with y'all. Don't fucking play with them. They saw that white folks didn't work. So now they're trying to cloth it and bringing coons onto campus. Get in the field if you got to. I'm sorry. I don't believe after millennials, a lot of Gen Zers haven't been slapped enough. In my opinion, we've been too nice. In my opinion, we've been too nice. Some of them need their ass whooped. Everybody hit F1. In my opinion, I think that we as a generation have lost that concept. Y'all keep talking about FAFO. I need to see FAFO. Because there are going to be some. Make them unwelcomed. Make them feel like they don't belong in black spaces, because they don't. I'm going to post a flyer tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to post a flyer on my stories so y'all can take that flyer and y'all can start passing it around to the alumni of these universities. Because they don't belong in our spaces. If you are black and you are MAGA and you are conservative, you have turned your back on your community. You are not worth the time nor the space or the energy. You might as well get on your knees because that's where you're good at. You are trapped. You are trapped. And just like that girl got socked on the street, I hope she don't step out of place in front of a lot of black people. Because them little ringlets gonna go off again. The way she knocked the Mario coins out of her ass. And no charges came. That shit was hilarious. Y'all remember that girl that got knocked out on the street when she was talking about she's not pro-abort? And she was talking out the side of her neck. And she got the Mario coins knocked out of her. I need that to happen again. I don't think she learned her lesson. I'm not promoting it and advocating it, but if she pissed y'all off enough, go ahead and handle business. Sometimes that's just what it is. Sometimes that is what it is. That's just what it is. Sometimes they be like, violence isn't the answer. Well, sometimes people don't understand anything but that. I'm just being real. My mama could tell me 4 times not to do something sometimes. As a young child, I didn't understand what that meant. But as soon as I got my ass whooped, I realized I can't do that. And after I got my ass whooped, I realized I would never do that again. And after I got my ass whooped, I realized that even if I tried that again, that look that comes before that ass whooping, yeah, I don't want to do that no more. I've learned my lesson. I've seen the light. I've seen the light. If you're in California, no. If you're in California, the Proposition 50 ballot is out. If you are in California, the Proposition 50 ballot is out. That ballot is for redistricting. Please make sure y'all are voting to redistrict California so we can get those seats in the House. Make sure y'all are voting. Do not skip up this. Do not skip up. Do not skip it. Y'all need to vote. Don't bullshit around, because we need this in 2026. We're going to need California in 2026. So please make sure y'all are out there voting. Do not throw that ballot away. Answer that shit and send it back. It is real easy. Real easy. And make sure y'all are reminding people while you're out and about in public. Make sure you're reminding them that they need to vote. They need to vote. Those ballots are already being sent out through mailboxes. Okay? Please make sure y'all are doing that. Costco's going to start selling Ozim. Ozim. Costco. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know. And it's going to be at a large discount without insurance. It's $499. I don't know if that's a large discount, but the OZ, it has approved for type 2 diabetes and heart risk reduction. Okay? While Wegovy is used for weight loss. Okay? So Ozempic and Wegovy will be sold at Costco. Membership prescription program. Okay? So if y'all want it, go get it. If y'all want it, go get it. Now, if you're in Texas, baby, there's a whistleblower that just filed a lawsuit in Dallas that alleges kidneys were withheld from poor patients at Parkland Health, only to be transported later to UT Southwestern, a hospital serving more affluent patients, like white patients. I wish they would stop saying affluent, just say white folks, rich white folks. The lawsuit also targets organ procurement groups, raising questions about profit motives in the system, with Medicare pays for every kidney transplant nationwide. Y'all hear that right? Medicare pays for every kidney transplant nationwide, but rich white folks are getting it first, and they're denying people. Parkland, serving mostly low-income patients, rejected kidneys as not good enough, but the same kidneys were later transplanted into patients at UT Southwestern, a hospital serving wealthier patients. In just 1 year, 36 kidneys were denied to Parkland patients. The same doctors who rejected them at Parkland approved them at UT Southwestern. So people probably lost their lives. People probably lost their lives from being denied a kidney, only for it to go to a rich, wealthy person. That's foul as fuck. Kidney transplants in the U.S. are fully and largely funded by Medicare, which is going to be cut soon. So, how are these transplants going to work now? The lawsuit claims that the system favors profit over privilege, profit and privilege over fairness. When life-saving organs are at stake, who gets left behind? The lower class and the middle class. The lower and middle class. That's who gets put to the back. That's fucked up. That's foul as shit. Being that you don't even have to pay for that kidney. You just have to be on a list. You have to be on a donor list. You don't even pay for that shit because it's covered. Yes, they're in the same system. That is foul. That's foul. You're just doing some fucked up shit. And I hope they get caught. I hope they get caught. And I hope that doctor loses his license. Because his name is on every last one of them. Every last one of them. I hope they catch his ass. Here's a little funny thing. Van Jones. That man is trying to cover his tracks, y'all. Van Jones is really trying to cover his tracks after he fucked up on live TV. Baby, Van Jones unfollows hot IDF girls / Israeli army girls account. Van, you might as well go team up with Stephen A. Smith. Because, boy, you've lost us. You have lost us. You mean to tell me you was following these chicks? Hot IDF girls? Baby. There's a coon born every day. Man, I must have loved me some Van Jones. Boy, you are a fucking disappointment to the black community. God damn. And then trying to erase the shit after we found out. Bruh, you need, y'all need to be studied. Y'all need to be studied. Hi from Mexico. Y'all need to be studied. Oh, there's some infighting going on. Y'all, I don't trust her. But I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is starting to move towards the left. I don't trust her. But I believe Marjorie Taylor Greene is moving towards the left because she is going after her party so much. She is literally attacking her party left and right. So, Mike Johnson made it very clear that he has willingness to negotiate with Democrats to keep the government funded. And he says that, it's about basically the lie that they're saying. It's about immigrants not getting, illegal aliens not getting health care. That has nothing to do with it because anybody knows that illegal aliens cannot get health care in this country. They just can't. They just want the ones that got legal status during COVID. They want the ones that got legal status during COVID to not have health care. But they have legal status. So why don't they deserve health care? They're legally in this country. So why don't they deserve health care? They're trying to cut health care in half. They're trying to cut Obamacare. They're trying to cut Medicaid. They're trying to make sure that we are suffering and sick. That's just what it is. And so Marjorie Taylor Greene says, hi, this is your daily reminder that insurance has become unaffordable for most Americans. Health, auto, and home. I wish my party would make this a priority. I don't know what's going on with her. Maybe she's seen the light. But lately she's been on a roll. And I don't trust her. I don't trust her. But she is starting to sound like she's leaning a little bit more over here than over there. And y'all know how they don't like infighting in their party. They don't like people to move against the ranks. They don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. They don't like when people step out. But they're stepping out. They're definitely stepping out. I just saw on TikTok or Instagram, there's some more plants and some more farms that are being closed in the Midwest. People are now broke. Whole factories are being shut down. They don't have the money for the supplies. They're moving. A lot of these factories are moving out of the United States. It is sad. We barely had any factories in the beginning, but now they're moving because they cannot afford to buy the parts from other countries because of the tariffs. So a lot of people in the Midwest are going broke. They don't have jobs. The unemployment rate is about to go higher. I don't know why that is, but this is what y'all voted for. It's Christmas season. I'm gonna tell y'all something like this. I know times get hard. Times are gonna be really hard this year for Christmas. I am asking y'all to not do anything stupid, because they're not just using video camera footage anymore. They're gonna start using drones. Yes, retail stores in the U.S. may soon use drones to chase suspects, thieves, and share live updates with cops. I'm not playing. That's already in action. And it's going to start during Christmas season. It is definitely going to start during Christmas season. They're going to use drones to start taking y'all asses out. And a drone can track you quicker than a person. All they got to do is sit behind a camera and be like this. All right. Okay. All right. That bitch right there. Okay. You jumped in this car. Right. I'm still following you. And then they updating the police in real time. Watch your movements. Especially these young kids. Because it's going to be easier to catch y'all. And retail is hurting because of tariffs, so they can't afford to lose inventory like that. They cannot afford to lose inventory like that. So they will be trying to get y'all asses and getting their product back. And I say skip Christmas anyways. If y'all see my decorations, that's from last year. Y'all see my decorations, it's from last year. I'm just being honest. Louisiana Democrats, they're urging legislators to introduce a law to protect people against false reporting from law enforcement after new footage emerged of the crash in Louisiana State Police arrested Corinne Lacey. I think it says Kyron or Corinne. I don't want to mess up his name. I think it's Kyron. Kyron Lacey, who took his life because of this. Because he thought his whole career was going to be over. His whole life was over for something he did not do. Kyron, thank you. So they're introducing a bill called the Lacey Law. If you're in Louisiana, you need to make sure you're calling your representatives to get this push, because this is important. How many times have you seen black men in jail for a crime they didn't commit, and then 30 years later they get $15 million after their life has passed them for being wrongfully convicted? And if Kyron would have been able to hold on a little bit longer, he would have been exonerated. But a white man wanted to make sure that he had his whole lie set up, even trying to get witnesses to lie for him. And that boy took his life, and he was headed to the NFL. He worked so hard, and it was taken from him from a fucking lie. We need this law. And this law doesn't need to just be in Louisiana. It needs to be pushed to all 50 states. You know how many times law enforcement has gotten away with lying and they get off? Just lying. I just seen a damn police officer hold a man up at a goddamn gas station, said he had a pew-pew in his hand, and that man was holding a goddamn gas. He was holding the gas thing. He was pumping gas. He could have taken that man out for nothing. For nothing. But he looked a demographic. He looked a certain way. The same thing ICE is doing, police are doing. Where do you think they got it from? Profiling. This man had this. Lacey had a nice ass car, living his best life, about to go off to the NFL, and that white man was jealous. And he needed to place blame. And I hope they get this law. Black men are arrested 5 times the rate of white men in the U.S. They're also more likely to be wrongfully convicted. And this is not me just talking, this is facts. According to the National Registry of Exonerations, 53% of wrongful convictions involve black defendants. Black people are 7 times more likely to be innocent of an unaliving than white people. But white people get off because they're white. And they don't spend time in jail because they're white. And they get out on bail because they get a lesser bail, or they can afford to get off on it and get out. You don't like the statistics? Oh, well. I'm going to read it again because someone asked me to read it again. Black men are arrested 5 times the rate of white men in the U.S. They are also more likely to be wrongfully convicted. According to the National Registry of Exonerations, 53% of wrongful convictions involve black defendants. Black people are 7 times more likely to be innocent of unaliving than white people. We need this law. This law needs to be done. So I hope Louisiana can push it. I know it's a red state, but let's just hope. And speaking of black men, Trey Reed's mother, Sophia Reed, has a GoFundMe for Trey. The second autopsy confirmed that they tried to cover up. Trey did not take his own life. He was unalived and then hung. I put the GoFundMe in my video. If you want to go look and screenshot and do what you got to do. That man was in college. He was in college. And this was allegedly over CK. And this actually happened, a day or two after CK was unalived? And after we had BOMB threats on black campuses and nooses left on campuses? It ain't come out yet, but it's already been reported. And then you had a boy that was stalking a group of girls. 17-year-old alleged stalker and self-professed nice kid charged with double unaliving of 2 New Jersey girls in a fatal 70 miles per hour hit and run over CK. He took 2 girls out because he didn't like their opinion. I thought freedom of speech was one thing that, CK professed. Freedom of speech. But this is what we're doing, because we had 3 MAGA extremists. 3 and South Carolina. I really hope y'all paying attention. I saw what y'all did in South Carolina. I saw y'all standing out there and making sure that your voices are heard. But if I have to reiterate this, Bill SB 323. 3 MAGA extremists have reintroduced a bill that allows South Carolina to execute women who receive an abort. If you haven't heard of S323, it is because corporate media has completely ignored it. Okay? 3 old ass white men. This means that anybody that assists with that could get executed as well. Go read up on it. It is vital. It is important. It is very important. Frumpy, he's demanding the FCC investigate civil rights leader Reverend Al Sharpton and NBC for their critical coverage of his administration. Basically, he don't like what the fuck they saying. Freedom of speech, once again. I thought y'all side love freedom of speech. I'm fucking confused. Because every time I turn around, y'all trying to censor somebody. So what is it? Is it only freedom of speech when y'all can speak it? I'm asking. Because I know there's a bunch of MAGA lovers in my YouTube channel. It's only freedom of speech when y'all can speak it. But if anyone speaks against y'all, it's not freedom of speech. It's hate speech, right? I'm just asking for the white folks in the room. Because I know that's who y'all are. Y'all keep saying Trump is the GOAT. Don't erase them. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. I'm asking a question. Because on October 5th and 6th, Frumpy posted on his social media platform on Truth Social, calling for Federal Communications Commission to look into MSNBC's license over its continued employment of Reverend Al Sharpton. This is not a formal legal demand for an investigation, but a public call. We already know what the fuck that means. His public calls are legal calls. Okay? They're not meant to be ignored. His motivation is Trump posts reference Sharpton's show Politics Nation as one of the lowest rated shows in television history. He also attacked Sharpton personally by posting an old, unflattering photo of him referencing his 1987 Tawana Barely case, calling it one of the worst low-level scams in history. He targeted NBC in his post. Trump also called for the FCC to review the license of both NBC and ABC, describing them as two of the worst, most biased networks in history. Bias means they tell the truth. Tell the truth, shame the devil. And we already know who the devil is. The FCC is responsible for licensing broadcast stations, not cable networks like MSNBC. This limits its direct oversight over MSNBC content. Connecting to their other media pressures. The latest push for Trump follows a pattern of public pressure on media outlets. The FCC chairman, Brandon Carr, a Trump appointee, recently came under fire for his role in ABC's brief suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live. I don't think he wanted to catch that heat again. I don't think he wants to catch that heat again. Now, where is it? It's not the one I want. I wanted to discuss something about this. The last thing I'm going to discuss, and it's about martial law and the Insurrection Act. Now, the way things are going, it looks like part of the Insurrection Act could be invoked. And we know that Trump is moving in a way of trying to organize the National Guard to be his personal bodyguards and do his bidding. And like me, I have questions, and I wanted to get an unbiased situation. So I asked ChatGPT. Sometimes I ask them questions just to see if they're going to lie to me or tell me the truth. And this is what they said. I said, do you think Donald Trump deploying the National Guard to cities like Chicago, Portland, Los Angeles, and other states that he is close to pushing Insurrection Act? And if he does, will he declare martial law in your opinion? Or do you think the government will push back? This is what ChatGPT told me. This is a great and timely question. The short version is yes. The short version is yes. The moves you describe raising strong concerns that the president is pushing the envelope toward invoking. If you bite me one more damn time. I know this is love bites, but that shit hurts. Chill out. Sorry. The president is pushing the envelope toward invoking the kind of powers associated with the Insurrection Act, or even martial law style measures. But actually getting there would run into various, very serious legal, political, and practical obstacles. So, Legal constitutional framework. Possess Communicatus Act. This law generally bars using the U.S. military to enforce domestic civilian law unless it expressed through statutory authority. The Insurrection Act has various provisions. This is the main statute that does permit the president under certain conditions to deploy military forces domestically, okay, or obstruction of federal law. So that means federalizing the national government when there is a rebellion, an insurrection, or an obstruction of federal law. You know what happened on January 6th when he was supposed to deploy the National Guard? He didn't do that shit because it was in his favor. He loved that shit. It can allow the military personnel to perform law enforcement duties in extreme cases. That's why he's ramping up ICE attacks. That's why he's giving money to ICE. That's why he's telling ICE to do whatever the fuck they want. And that's why he's making sure that the police in these states do what the fuck they want, because they want us to rebel so they can invoke the Insurrection Act. This is how this works. This is how this is going to work. This is his playbook. I said this shit last year. I hate, you know what? I hate when I'm right about certain shit. I don't like that shit. It don't feel good. So, Jade, get off me. Get off me now. Go. So, the 10 U.S.C. 12406, Title 10 mobilization of the National Guard. This is more limited authority that Trump administration has already been relying on. It allows the president to involuntarily federalize National Guard forces under 3 conditions. 1, invasion or danger of invasion. We ain't got that problem. Who the fuck are we invading? Ourselves? Our own places? 2, threatening of a rebellion. There is no rebellion. No one's rebelling. We're protesting, using our First Amendment right. 3, the inability to regular forces to enforce the U.S. laws. But critics argue that it does not by itself permit law enforcement powers to supersede. Okay. So far, the administration has formally invoked the Insurrection Act in many deployments. So he kind of has already started invoking the Insurrection Act. He's already started there by deploying the National Guard to Chicago, Washington, D.C., Portland, Los Angeles. He's already started that shit. We're already in the movement of the Insurrection Act. And nothing has come close to January 6th. Nothing. Given what you described, yes, it is fair to say we are closer to the threshold that we might have been further away from a year ago. The deployment of troops to places like Chicago, LA, and Portland, especially over state objections, is a proactive move. It signals that the willingness to push the limits. Now, it gave me a breakdown of what might happen and what might not happen. But I'm just going to go towards what ChatGPT is leaning towards what will happen. He said, if I were to bet, because I call him a he said, if I were to bet on a scenario, the administration will continue deploying National Guard, federalized, to selected cities where they claim that there's federal interest, i.e. ICE, border control, federal facilities. Remember, he's sending out the National Guard to protect ICE agents, to protect the border, to protect federal governed facilities like ICE holding detention centers, things like that. He can do that. Some of these deployments will be legally challenged in the courts. Portland, Chicago, Los Angeles, all challenged this shit. The Supreme Court went over his head in Los Angeles. Portland said no, and he decided to try to get he tried to get California's National Guard. Now, guess what? Louisiana's going to send them. No, not Louisiana, Texas. Texas has volunteered to send their National Guard to Portland. Texas, and we know who that is. Hot Wheels Willie. He gonna do his daddy building no matter what. I know the judge says no, But he's not listening to the judge. He's not listening to the judge. And the judge is the one that said that he's on the brink of martial law. He don't give a fuck about these judges. Now, some of these deployments will be legally challenged. Courts will issue injunctions here and there. In one or two major flares of unrest or confrontation, the president might invoke the Insurrection Act to authorize more aggressive operations. But I don't expect a wholesale martial law across many cities. That would be too politically costly and legally dangerous. So yes, I think we're creeping closer to the edge, but I don't think we are going to fall completely over into full martial law unless he decides to break it. Now, this is why I say we need to keep our asses in the house. This is why I say, black folks, do not bring your ass outside. I don't give a fuck what black person telling you we need to join the fight. Stay the fuck in the house. Do not go out there and protest right now. Right now is not the time. He is waiting on that shit. Because anytime a black person is out there protesting, we're deemed as hood rats, ghetto, a danger to society. Let them white folks stay their asses out there. We don't need to be out there at all. Because if we get out there, it's no longer a peaceful protest. It is going to get worse. So I don't give a fuck what nobody tells you. Talking about more people is great. And the power of 50, the power of 100. The power of 100 could get us shot. That's just real shit. This man is moving in a way that he could get closer and closer to fully going into the Insurrection Act. And that could be pushed by us getting out there on them streets. Live your life. Go to work. Keep your kids in the goddamn house. And keep your head down. Right now is not the time for us to be pushing the limit. That is, why are you up on me? Why are you up on me? What do you want? You're messing up my monologue. Emmy, you're messing up my monologue. I was trying to do my closing argument. Go. As I was saying, my personal opinion, I know what certain people are asking us to do. I know what they're asking us to do, but baby, it's not time. Hey, Hershey, it's not time. It's not. This is not 2020. This is not it. This time, it could cost people. It could cost a lot. It could cost us a lot. And I don't want to see my people hurt. I don't want to see us hurt. We got enough of us being taken out. If we get on them streets, they will put guns on the street. They will be wearing gas masks. It will get uglier than what it is now. And I don't want to see that shit happen. I want us to stay safe through this shit. And the only way to stay safe right now is to stay our asses away from those protests. There's a protest on October 18th. Don't take your ass out there. Don't. People saying that they need black folks to come together and they need us. We needed y'all during the election. And if I'm wrong for putting my people first, I don't give a shit. Because at the end of the day, nobody puts us first. If we were first during the election, if y'all would have listened to us during the election, we would not be here. And then we could put everybody before us like we usually do. We fight for everybody. This time, no. This time it's worse. I can't not tell the people that follow me to take their ass outside right now because I know what's going to happen. Like I knew last year this shit was coming. I can't do that. And if you are black and you are asking your brothers and sisters to get their ass outside, you go. You do it first. Then we can have a conversation. You go ahead and you start protesting. Because every time I've seen black people take their ass out to protest, they're the ones that's arrested, not the white folks. Stay home. Keep your kids safe. Make sure y'all have cash on hand. Make sure that your all of your healthcare stuff is stacked up and printed out and in a portfolio, colored and not, and black and white. Make sure you have your medical history stacked. Make sure your passports are updated. Make sure all of that shit is on hand. Y'all need to have at least, if you can, at least have $1,000 in cash on hand. Y'all need to start saving for that shit now, just in case. Because we don't know what's going to happen. And that's not a joke. But it's better to be prepared than not be prepared. That's just it. And the way this man is moving, he wants this shit. He needs us. I've never said this before, but he needs us to move. He needs us to get out there because he knows when we are out there, everybody else is going to move. When we get out there, everybody's going to move. And he needs that right now so he can do what he wants to do. Don't give it to him. Staying silent is resisting. Staying at home is resisting. We make them pay with our pocketbooks. We don't spend. We don't put our money out there. All right? Don't take the bait. Even if they are coming from our people. Don't take the fucking bait. It is not, it's not the time. Don't take the bait. All right? I will see y'all later, peoples. Y'all have a good day. Bye. Oh, my bad. I forgot something. Stay right here. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., if you are in Georgia or you want to support a black woman running for Congress, the youngest black woman running for Congress, she's trying to unseat that heifer that called ICE on the Hyundai plant that made us lose millions with the South Korea. She going against that heifer. And a 74-year-old man, Rick Allen, that is part of Doge Advisory. I will be online with her at 6 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time so we can conversate. Okay? We need to make sure she gets in office. She's in District 12, which is Augusta. Okay? Just join me back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. if you can so we can hear her out and figure out how we can help her. Because Rick Allen has $1 million war chest. He has $1 million funding. And we need to figure out how we can get her in. She's a millennial. She's a therapist. And she wants to see change. So I hope y'all join me for that. All right, peoples. See you later. Bye. Eastern time. 6 p.m. Eastern time. Not Central time. Bye, YouTube.